Kylie. How are you today?
Hi guys, hello from Bali.
You've got a beautiful backdrop there. That is so Bali. I love it.
Well, I'm actually sitting in one of our favourite little restaurants called Sangsaka. So this is probably one of the most beautiful little fit outs of a restaurant and bar that we know here in Bali. I love it, and the food's amazing.
It is amazing, absolutely. Now, Kylie, like Michelle, you have the beautiful job of living in Bali. How many years have you been there?
6 years. I've actually just hit six years on the 5th of May.
Wow, and you love it?
I love it. Always loved Bali. So it was a dream to live here. Very, very lucky to have the opportunity to have come over 6 years ago, and it's home. I don't. People always ask, do you miss home? And of course we do. We miss our friends and our family, but Bali's won us over. We love it.
Great. Now, on your rare days off, and they are rare, definitely, what would we find you doing?
Not much. So, no, look, everyone sort of thinks when you're living in Bali that you're living the dream, and which we are. We absolutely are. It's a fantastic lifestyle. But on the days off, we do, pretty much what other people would do. We head down to the beach. We catch up with friends. We're spoilt for choice of restaurants here, so we're always out and about trying different restaurants, and of course going to our favourites. Laying by the pool at home, hanging out with the dogs and the animals at home, and of course trying to catch up with some quality time with the family.
Awesome. Now, you are a brilliant stylist. Just look at the wedding you did for Hannah Pilates at the Ungasan, which attracted worldwide acclaim. Even Pinterest sent you back some pictures as your suggested style. Where does your inspiration for styling for a wedding come from?
Look, I think, first of all, you really, as much as each individual has their own personal style, you really have to listen to what it is that the clients want to achieve from the look of their wedding. So for me, I actually get inspiration, when we first meet a client, we try and have a video call with them and a chat. And I often say to them, show me your house. Let me see what's going on in your house, because that's a really good indication to what someone's core style is. So I'm really inspired by the couples, obviously, that we work with. But it's also important to try and match a style to a venue. There's some really great blank canvases here in Bali as far as venues go. But yeah, we're surrounded by so much natural beauty here. It's trying to find elements of style that really work in with it and not conflict with your environment or your surroundings. But look, if people ask me what my style is, it's completely eclectic. I love vintage. I love, full bloom roses. I love lots of tropical greenery. It's just so spoilt for inspiration here. You can really go off in any direction.
Now, you mentioned the restaurants in Bali, how you love to get out and check out all the new ones. And I know it would be hard for you to pick your top restaurants. So what are your top 3 restaurants in Bali?
Look, I'd have to say, Sangsaka, obviously. That's why I'm sitting here. But for me, definitely Sangsaka. I love barbacoa. I had my birthday there a few years ago. And I love that. I love the lighting effect, the building, the atmosphere there. And then the third, I sort of don't want to claim any other restaurant as my favourite. I just genuinely love all of the little beach bars that are down, from our Naked Coconuts that we go to down at Barawa, right through to, some of the little classic beach bars that you sit on the beach at 66. So, having a traditional, nasi goreng or whatever it is on the beach there, that's, you can't go past that.
Awesome. Now, you and I like a drink. So can you tell us what's your favourite drink?
Water is definitely one of my top priority refreshing beverages.
Especially because it's so hot in Bali, absolutely.
That's right. Coconut water. Yep. Look, I think I'm a bit of a classics girl, so I do like a beautiful gin and tonic, not so much a cocktail per se, but, and, you know, what we sort of have is a bit of a test up with any venue that we go to is a good espresso martini. So if somewhere can nail the espresso martini, they're pretty top on our list. But I know Michelle would have mentioned something about Meriputi's hibiscus martini, so that's up there. And I have to admit that there's a few little boutique bars around that just come up with the most amazing cocktails. So any version of a fantastic margaritas. Have I just named every cocktail on every restaurant's pretty much, haven't I?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have anything.
okay. Yeah, as I say, I'm quite hard to do a cocktail or 100. Now, if you could take 6 months out and live and plan weddings anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Why don't you tell me where you think I would go, Narelle?
No, where would you go?
Go on. I want to see. Go on.
Maybe
where do you think I'd go?
Maybe Italy.
Yes.
Yes?
I would. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Tell us why.
Look, I mean, haven't you just seen those beautiful images of you know, rolling countrysides and those beautiful villa-esque grounds and, you know, even, you know, ancient ruins? Like, it's a dream to go over there and plan a wedding in Italy.
I could see you there.
Anyone wants to?
Yeah. Now, apart from Bali, you've done a little bit of travelling. What would be another favourite destination you have?
Well, Italy, of course. I must admit, I loved Barcelona. Barcelona was such a colourful, bright, vibrant city. Again, I just love travel. So yeah. I'm very drawn to all of the Asian countries. Obviously, we live in Asia. But that sort of Barcelona, Italy, that Europe vibe's also amazing.
We had a great trip.
And my daughter was born in London, so maybe I should throw that one in there as well.
We had a great trip to India as well, didn't we?
We did, Narelle. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Now, if you could choose a superpower, what would it be?
I'd love to be invisible.
Any reason why?
Yeah. Well, I just love that fly on the wall mentality to go into a space and sort of, you know, buzz around without people knowing.
That's great. I love
it. You know, there's, you know, it's just, I think as wedding planners, naturally we possess a few different superpowers. So I think that would be a great one, just to have that moment of being able to go in and, you know, see people like completely in their moment without them knowing.
Awesome. Now, what trend do you hope will make a comeback? We know how you feel about baby's breath, but what trend do you hope will make a comeback?
Do you know what? I don't dislike baby's breath. It's not that I don't like baby's breath, Narelle. It's just, you know, there's a lot of other options out there. What do I think? What would I like to come back? Look, I think that the beauty of styling in these days is that pretty much, you know, styles are able to marry together, like, you know, and we're starting to see a lot of different textures come up in weddings. So I personally would love to see, you know, the styles of, you know, beautifully printed fabrics and patterns and designs come back. I think that that's definitely going to change a lot of look in the next year or two.
Awesome. That's great. And yeah, we love the baby's breath story. And if you happen to speak to Kylie, just ask her to tell you about the baby's breath. We have a fabulous photo of you that we'll have to share of you sitting in the middle of a room full of baby's breath. It's great. Now, Kylie, can you tell us the
Baby, you just need so much.
You do.
Don't get me started.
Now, can you tell us what your favourite thing about a wedding day is?
Oh, look, I think for me, like, you know, we love what we do. So there's different favourite moments all the way through the day, like from when you first come in to see the couple, like on their wedding day, and you know, that sort of connection that you've had with them all the way through their planning process. And then, you know, you're actually there. That moment when you walk in, you say, hi, you know, today's the big day. And then seeing the different milestones of the day come together. So everything from the ceremony setup being complete, to the hair and makeup being finished for the bride, to her getting on the dress. Like, there's so many different moments. All of them collectively make up, you know, my favourite moment. But I think every wedding planner will concur that when, you know, you get to that point where the couple's had their first dance and everyone's having a fantastic time and the party is about to start, there's this big sense of, you know, and that is definitely one of the best moments of the wedding.
You're so nice. I said being in control.
Oh my God.
I know.
Has anyone? Yeah. Have you had your interview yet? Like, have you?
I interviewed myself.
Did you? What? Because you were in control. You were in control of the questions that people were asking you.
Oh yes. No, the girls put together the questions, but yeah.
Oh, did they? Right.
Can you tell us what's your favourite thing about your job?
Do I have to say working with you?
No.
Look, you know, the relationship that you build with your clients is pretty special and unique. You know, you really, you go through a lot with couples to get to actually even, you know, their arrival to a destination like Bali. You know, the journey that you have with them is pretty special. But yeah, like, I mean, nothing beats the big day. Nothing beats that moment of having a big day and knowing that, you know, all that hard work is coming together. That's pretty special, you know. And it's nice to, you know, there aren't too many times when you don't hear from a couple down the track, or you sort of get given a little thank you, and all of that just means so much with what you do and the effort that you put into making someone's day special.
Awesome. Now, I know that we've got some big weddings coming up over the next year or two, so we look forward to seeing your styling and what you're going to come up with. Thanks for your time today. But before we go, if you could give the brides and grooms one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't sweat the small stuff. Try not to. And we, you know, like, we talked about this a lot, like, over the last couple of years, and the world has opened up for everyone, you know, with the internet and all these different sort of inspiration pages and Instagram and Pinterest, and, you know, gone are the days of just flicking through a magazine. But if you really want to do that, you can do that. So the whole thing, the inspiration, can be so overwhelming, and you are spoilt for choice, especially when you're getting married somewhere like Bali. There are some amazing venues, there's fantastic suppliers, there's a lot to consider. But try not to over consider things too much. Go with your gut instinct and don't give yourself decision fatigue.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Tara McCarthy, Banya, Kylie, for your time today.
Sama-sama.
Jumpa, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
You. Bye, guys. Bye, Melbourne.
Bye.